welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Angel Baby Kyra. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I don't know if my camera's focusing. Thank you for 4K. And today we're going to talk about the problems with Frank Ocean. And literally today, day of I'm filming this, he decided to cancel his Weekend to Coachella performance. So we're going to go into what led up to this moment. First of all, I'm not a Frank Ocean fan. I get a lot of shit for it a lot. I think he's talented, but I don't think he is the hype that people make him out to be. That's just my opinion. But he is talented. Yes, I listen to Blonde. Okay, anyway, got that out of the way. But I'm seeing on TikTok and Instagram, and I knew this was gonna happen as soon as I saw the post saying that Frank Ocean was gonna headline Coachella. And it's been like, what, 6 years since he's last performed. Like I said, I'm not a fan, so I don't really keep up with it unless I see someone post about it on Instagram, and I saw someone post about it on Instagram. I've seen the TikToks. I think we could all learn from this, and what is very blatant, if it wasn't already, is that Frank does not care about his fans. Was late 1.5 hours, and then Coachella was fined because they have this thing with Indio Valley, like they have like noise complaints or like noise violations after a certain time. I found this, I screenshotted something that lists basically everything wrong that happened with Frank. He was late, would have really long, weird, and silent pauses throughout his set, like 2 minutes of pure silence. He kept bringing on people but not even participating in the song, just letting them sing or DJ. There's also a 6-minute rave in the middle of the concert.
I drove 4 hours last minute to see Frank Ocean, and this is what I got.
Whole stage setup was made so the audience couldn't see him. No matter how close we were, we couldn't see the stage, so everyone had to watch the screen the whole time. The screen itself would rarely even show him too. You'll see in the videos I will post later. This was from a screenshot of TikTok. I didn't screenshot the rest of it. Basically, it was a lot. He also had, like, there's a whole set design apparently for him to like have like a skating rink, and then he ended up firing his ice skate dancers literally day of, like probably like hours before, and then he was like saying that he didn't want to do it anymore. He also, I guess, mentioned his brother's passing. His brother passed away in a car accident, I believe in 2020, and everyone grieves differently, and I feel like if he wasn't ready to perform still, which is fine, like no one, you're an artist, you gotta choose, you know, especially if people, you have devout fans like that. But it's like, if you're going to perform and you haven't performed in 6 years, you're headlining Coachella, he got paid, or is going to get paid $4 million for this performance where he didn't even have a mic on stage with him most of the time. I think that's a little weird, don't you think? And how anyone is a Frank Ocean fan after this, like a fan of him, I can see why you're still a fan of his music. For me personally, I wouldn't be a fan of that person, especially if I spent however much money to go see them live. And the whole thing with Frank Ocean that a lot of people, and why I don't find it appealing, but I see why other people find it appealing, is he's notorious for his elusiveness, his mysteriousness, and not much being known about him, kind of. And obviously, like, he had, I guess, apparently had merch for a while now, and he like was selling merch before it was even made, and people just go insane for anything that has to do with Frank Ocean because, again, he doesn't really do a lot. What I mean by that is not that he doesn't do a lot, but like he doesn't release a lot of tangible things for people to have. And I think his vinyl is only printed once, so there's that too. And I see like the marketing strategy is really smart because then it'll make people want more, and like the less you give, the more people want, especially less you give is really good to a lot of people, then they're gonna want more and want to know more about you, try to have all your exclusive things, and that's fine. Like, that's really smart actually. Now, for me, the problem is it's just gotten like super annoying. It's just like, okay, we get it, you're cool and mysterious, like, and if you watch my male manipulator video, I include Frank Ocean in the male manipulator genre of music playlist, just because I find that there's a lot of similarities. Hate me, people already hate me, but I mean, I hope that people realize that he's just a person, and that this shows that he really doesn't care about his fans or about music. I would even say that, because he didn't even like he performed like what, 3 songs like of like his best songs, most popular songs. That's cool, that's fine, but it's like, think about the dancers you like literally probably like, it would suck if I got hired to do a thing for Frank Ocean, and then last minute he's like, no, like I don't want this anymore. So I saw the post on Instagram where he just announced that he wasn't going to do Coachella, and the thing is that he even said like during Coachella weekend 1 the reason why he didn't want to do the show anymore last minute was because he had hurt his ankle days before that. But if you hurt your ankle days before that, wouldn't you tell Coachella you don't want to play anymore instead of doing it hours before? The whole thing is just, I don't like it. And so I'm reading this post from Hype Bay, pointing to a Frank Ocean's team who confronted the Variety after suffering an injury to his leg on festival grounds in the week leading up to weekend 1. Frank Ocean was unable to perform the intended show, but was still intent on performing, and in 72 hours, the show was reworked out of necessity. Quote, on doctor's advice, Ocean is unable to perform weekend 2 due to fractures and a sprain in his left leg. So if it was that bad, wouldn't you cancel weekend 1 in the first place and then maybe like see if you could heal enough in time for weekend 2? Why? The thing is like it didn't even seem like he wanted to be there. Didn't want to be there, but he was just obligated to be there because what? Easy money to be on stage for 45 minutes? 45 minutes and you get $4 million? I'm gonna read 2 comments that are on this post. One is funny. It says, me calling in sick to work. Okay, real one. Someone says, I don't like artists who aren't passionate about their music/art. He seems like he hates his fan and hates being famous. I don't get the hype. This is exactly what I'm saying. Someone said Dave Grohl played the rest of the Foo Fighters show with a broken leg. This is all cap. Like Ocean, we all know this is a lie. Oh, Billie Eilish still jumps around the stage with a leg brace on. Basically, a lot of people are like seeing how he really is, and it doesn't seem like he wants to do music. And the fact that he accepted something like this, like as big as Coachella, and then like basically letting down people who actually enjoy his work and his art, it's just like, how much more disrespectful can you get towards your fans, the people who literally placed you in this position? It is beyond me, and it just makes me dislike Frank Ocean even more than I did before. But I'm sure that the people who actually paid for Frank Ocean are probably more upset, and rightfully so be upset, for the fact that he literally canceled last minute, or wanted to cancel last minute, and then canceling weekend 2. But let me know what you all think. This is the end of this video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!